Logan here. Welcome to another video, and today I want to be talking about the first step in building your business, which is turning customers into distributors. And it's one of the most commonly asked questions. How do I get all these customers and help turn them into distributors? Get them sharing their story, get them bringing people in, and we can start to enjoy the leverage of this amazing business model. Now, let's go through that process. So what we want to do is, first of all, we need to understand a little mindset of how our team is going to be built. And we want to draw a sort of funnel, essentially, like an upside down triangle or a funnel. Now, I have done specific videos on, funnels, of how you build your network marketing business with funnels. Today, we're just going to talk about the actual process of turning customers into distributors. And we're going to look at it with this mindset of funnels. So if you haven't watched that video, that's fine. If you're interested in learning more about that, go check out that video. But for this process, we just want to understand the build-up of our team, and we need to understand it like a funnel. Now, this is going to be the same in everything you do in life as well. We're going to look at it from the business point of view, but you're going to realize the same thing in your work, in sports you play, in school, all that kind of stuff. But this is your team, right? So your team is going to be built like this. And whenever we're enrolling people, we're adding people into the funnel. Now, the team is going to break up into certain groups. We're going to have a lot of customers. Then we're going to have sharers, distributors. Then we're going to have builders, people who are really dedicated, they're getting on Zoom calls, they're showing up for events, they're in action, they're regularly, consistently doing things. And then we have these amazing little unicorns down here called leaders. Now, obviously, most people want to sort of shortcut and just, how do I find leaders? How do I find leaders? How do I just sort of come through here and find these leaders at the bottom of the funnel? Now, unfortunately, unless you're really, really, really lucky, and we never want to rely on luck, when it happens, it's great. But unless you're really, 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 really lucky, you're not just going to stumble across leaders. We actually need to go through this process, and I'll show you how to go through this process to turn a customer into a distributor, into a builder, into a leader. And it's just changes in language and changes of information that we give them. And I'll show you how to do that. If you're absolutely amazing and your social media brand is on point, you're posting your results, all that kind of stuff, yes, you can probably attract leaders because of who you are, what you've already built. And if that's the case, you're probably not watching this video, right? You already know what to do there. So for most of us, we need to just not think about that. Let's not look for the shortcuts, because the shortcuts don't exist in life. Yes, some people get lucky, but we never want to rely on luck. Hope is not a strategy. What we want to remember is that the team is going to be built mostly on consumers and customers. Now, this isn't who people say they want to be. This is who they are as they show up with their effort. I say all the time, if I had $1 for every person who said, I'm going to be your next leader, but then did absolutely nothing, then I would be living on a Caribbean island somewhere. I would own the island, because so many people will come in and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, but they never actually do it. Or they say, I want to have this huge team, but they won't come to the event. I want to lead all these people, but they won't read a book about leadership. I want to earn $1 million, but they won't sit down and learn the compensation plan. We've got to understand that this is kind of human nature. So you'll think about this again in any workplace you've been in your school, all that kind of stuff. You think if you ever worked in a decent sized workplace, your work friends are going to break up into this kind of process as well, where you're going to have a lot of people that you just hang out with because they're at your work. You see them every day, you say hello, you converse with them, they may sit beside you, you may hang out with them in their lunchroom, but you never really have much to do with them more than that. And that is the relationship. Then you're going to have people who are more active in your life. You're going to get along with them a bit better, and you're going to make a point to have your lunch breaks together. Or you're going to sit beside each other and work on projects together. Okay, you're going to add each other on social media. Then you're going to have people who you hang out with on the weekends, you go get Friday afternoon drinks with. Your friends and you're all in this full circle and your partners get along. And then you're going to have one or two best work friends, and you're talking to each other every day, you're on Messenger every night, okay, you hang out with each other all the time, and then you kind of hang out with each other all weekend as well. You've got these amazing work friends. Now it's going to be the same in your business. There's going to be a lot of people who just come in and they just exist there. They consume the products, they use the service, they pay their fees, they do all those things, but they never really progress past. The key for the analogy and the key for the understanding is that the way you communicate with these people is very different to the way you communicate with these people. So these people, you're having very different conversations to these people. Your work bestie, you have very different conversations to the person who you just sort of say hi to as you walk in the door. This is the same for the gym I go to. There's lots of people I go to the gym with, and then I've got a couple of really tight friends from the gym, and our kids have sleepovers at each other's house, all that kind of stuff. So the communication is the key. And understanding that at different levels require different communication. And this is where we can get ourselves stuck. Because if you're watching this video, you're probably down in here already. You're probably dedicated to this business. You're dedicated enough to be watching a video. You're dedicated enough to be learning and wanting to know more. And you want to know all about this thing called residual income. And you're getting really excited about that. And you're talking about financial freedom and residual income, and you're having those kind of conversations with other people. But these people up here, they're not interested. For whatever reason, they have no interest in what you do. It's just not for them. They have no interest in anything more than the product they are consuming. They may have come in and said, yeah, I want to blow this thing up. But then, I've got to talk to people. I've got to do work. Actually, no, not for me. I'm just going to keep living my life. So talking to these people about residual income, it's not going to work. And if anything, it will actually overwhelm them and scare them away. Now, these people, distributors, here's the key. They are interested in making money, but they don't want to have a business. This percentage of people want to make some extra money. Everyone loves to make extra money, as long as you can just give it to them in one sentence. Like, simply tell me what to do. Give me one sentence and I can do it. Because that's all they're interested in. They're gonna bring 2 or 3 people, they're gonna help a few people. But we've also got to understand the numbers game here. There might be 2 or 3 people at the bottom of the funnel here. There could be 50 to 100 people here. In your team, as people come in, there'll be hundreds and hundreds in here, 50 to 100 here, 10 to 20 here, and maybe even 5 to 10 to 20 here, and 1 or 2 at the bottom. Okay, it's the very bottom of the funnel. So whilst we want to find these people, helping these people help a lot of people do a little bit, and help a handful of people do a lot. That is the key. So if we can find a way to help our customers become distributors, just help them push through to that next level and communicate at their level, then we can help hundreds of people bring 2 or 3 more people. What if 2 or 3 more hundred more people came into your business tomorrow? Wouldn't that help? And then out of that 2 or 300 more people from here, you're going to find another 1 or 2 leaders in there for sure. But what we want to do is we want to have a conversation, and it's about just the active income. So your company will have active income, it will have leveraged income, and it will have residual income. Your business will be built up of a combination of those things. So these people, your builders, they are here for the leverage. Okay? They want tools, systems, duplication, right? All those words. Systems duplication. The leaders, residual, they want independence. They want to do this themselves. I'm running out of room, sorry, but you get the point. Independence. They're a different game, and we'll talk about them in a different day. But the process here is just to help these people just see the active income. And then once they've done that, we can say, you know what? If you duplicate that, if you help those 2 or 3 people that you brought in do that as well, and we use this tool and system to show you how to do that. We've got the Facebook group, the Zoom, the event. Maybe they will progress. And then once they're in here, then we say, you know what, actually maybe you could step up and lead that group of people. Maybe you could be independent and start to grow your own team, and then we have the residual income. But the process is just helping the customer to become a distributor through active income. So we have a conversation at that level and we say, you know what? If you do X, you will get Y dollars. That is all they need to know right now. And then if you do that and you show people how to do that, they're gonna make Y dollars and you'll also make Z dollars, okay? And I'll show you how to repeat that. We'll show you how to repeat that process and duplicate it. But all I wanna show you is if you bring 2 people, you will get $100. If you help 1 person, you will get $50. If you bring 3, your pack is free. If you bring a mate, you'll get a rebate. However you say it, you need to be able to say it in 5 to 7 words. 1 sentence. That is the key. And show them how to do that and help a lot of people do a little bit. Because if you can help a lot of people do a little bit, that's then when you find the handful that will do a lot. But you will never be able to shortcut this process. If you can't help 100 people make $50, you will not be able to help 1 person make $5,000. That is the reality. This is your apprenticeship. This is how you learn how to get the business builders and the leaders. You learn it by turning customers into distributors, and then you teach people, you create the tools and the systems to teach them how to duplicate that. Here, follow this script, follow this template, post this on your social media. If you bring 3 people, your pack is free. 3 and it's free. Bring a mate, get a rebate. Catchy things like that, that just show the active income, because that's all these people care about. We're down here. We want to talk about these big stories. But if we communicate independence, if we communicate running a team to these people, we overwhelm them and they disappear. And we lose some potentially good people trying to turn everyone into great. Now, in the words of Jim Rohn, you can't get an apple tree to give you pears. Okay? We just find, you know what, you're an apple tree, let's just help get some apples off here. Let's get a few apples off here and then we might be able to find that pear tree another day. But let's just talk to these people in an active income. We show them, you know what, if you can help 1 friend come along, you will get $50 and they'll do that. If you tell them, hey, we've got this Zoom call, we've got this event, we've got like this business model, we've got this freedom, we've got all these things you can do, it's too overwhelming for them. They're not interested in a business, it just seems like too much time. And I know that might sound weird, but we're actually the weird ones. Like if we're down here, we're the weird ones at the bottom of the funnel. It's the people up here who are the majority. And so our job is to be able to have different language conversations, okay? We need to be bilingual, essentially. We need to be able to talk about tools, systems, duplication, mentorship, independence with these people who've proven that they can get to a point. And we need to just talk about, you know what, just follow this, use the product, and if you tell a couple of people, I can help you get $100. We need to be able to have that conversation up here. And the people who are coming through the line, they are your amazing leaders, because that's the final thing I want to leave you with. One thing we often think about is how do I get people right down to the bottom of the funnel? But they need to actually show they're in action. Okay, people need to prove a point. As I said, people all the time come up to me and say, I'm going to be your next big leader, but then they never do anything. So I'm actually testing. If you can't find 2 people to get your pack half price, if you can't find 3 people so your thing's free, then you can't build a team and you can't be a leader. Show me that you can bring 3 people first. Show me that you can bring 1 person first. Then I'll give you the next bit of information. Show me that you can help 2 people do the same thing. Show me that you can use the tools and systems to duplicate, and then I'll give you the next bit of information. But if they can't do this, there's no way they can do this or this. So I'm not going to give them that information yet. And that's as much about my time freedom as overwhelming them. I don't want to overwhelm them, and I don't want to spend all of my time trying to turn this person into that person if they can't even find 1 person. If they can't find 1 person, they can't run a team. I think we all know that. So as always, I hope that helps. I hope that provides some extra little value with you. You need to look at the active income side of your compensation plan. You need to look at creating a little sentence, X equals Y, okay? What can you do tomorrow to get $100 in your bank account? Show them that, get really good at that, and you'll be able to feed people through this funnel and you'll get the leaders at the bottom. Now, if you ever need help with scripting, templates, or you need like a step-by-step process to really help with systems, tools, duplication, building your business and creating financial freedom. You can click the link below, grab a copy of my book. I'll send it out to you. It's the 7 steps to financial freedom through network marketing. Otherwise, guys, I hope that helps. As always, if I can ever be of any help, just reach out, let me know, and we'll see you in another video. Bye.